Good evening. It is time for the Sunday edition of the Iman Report. It is Sunday, January 24th. If you like what you see, please give this channel a big like and please be kind and hit that subscribe button. We'll get to the games in a little bit. But in NFL news, Eagles hire Nick Sirianni as their next head coach. I don't know about this hire, but he is coming from the Frank Reich coaching tree, so this may not be that bad of a hire. And he's looking to maybe bring some Frank Reich magic to Carson Wentz, whose confidence has been shot and was benched for Jalen Hurts. So Nick Sirianni will become the new head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. So this could bode well for Carson Wentz. And hopefully he could have that Phillip Rivers type bounce back with Nick Sirianni. But Philadelphia, the NFC East was not great last year, so they could easily come back and contend in 2021. And also, in Detroit, Matthew Stafford demands a trade, and the Lions and Stafford will part ways, as they will shop Matthew Stafford, hopefully to an NFC contender. I think this is the right move. The Lions definitely need to tear it down to the bolts, and they need to get as much draft capital as they can get for Matthew Stafford. And for Stafford, he deserves to play for a playoff contender. There are certainly a couple playoff teams that come into mind that I think could easily pull the trigger for Matthew Stafford. Number one is the San Francisco 49ers. 49ers are certainly looking for an upgrade from Jimmy Garoppolo. Garoppolo is good, but not great. The biggest drawback is Garoppolo is his inability to stay healthy. This would be a great landing spot for Matthew Stafford. He would have George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, and even Kendrick Bourne when he's playing good. It would allow for Kyle Shanahan to really open up the playbook with Matthew Stafford, and this would be the best quarterback he's had since Matt Ryan. Probably Jimmy G would be the guy going back to Detroit in the other way in a potential trade. And the Niners did get some extra draft picks by Robert Saleh getting hired by the New York Jets. Team number two who will likely be in the market for Matthew Stafford is the Indianapolis Colts. Phillip Rivers recently retired from the Colts. They also lost Jacoby Brissett to free agency. Their only quarterback currently on the roster right now is Jacob Eason. Matthew Stafford and Frank Reich would be fireworks. Stafford would could make the Indianapolis Colts a legitimate playoff contender, and even possibly a contender to go to the Super Bowl in 2021. Team number three, the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams, they are certainly looking maybe for an upgrade over Jared Goff. Goff, or as I call him, Jared Goof. Goff has regressed this year in the last couple years, and Goff is an overpaid bum. And Goff is not a franchise quarterback, and now last few games we saw the frustrations of Sean McVay, as he would prefer to go John Wolford over Jared Goff. I think this is heading for a divorce, and I think at this point, McVay wants out of that Goff contract. The drawback to LA, though, is cap issues. So Les Snead would have to do some magic in order to bring Matthew Stafford to the Rams. Another possibility, the Denver Broncos. Denver, they've got good receivers. Jerry Jeudy, they've got Noah Fant at tight end. I'm trying to think of the other receiver they have in Denver, but Denver's got everything but a quarterback. And Denver could be in another team looking for an upgrade over Drew Lock. So don't discount. We'll see if Denver could be one of the teams that could sneak in and get Matthew Stafford. New England Patriots. They have plenty of cap space. They will need to spend in free agency. The drawback is that there is not really a lot of offensive weapons in New England, but Bill Belichick is under pressure to retool this offseason in New England, and the first part could be finding that franchise quarterback in Matthew Stafford. You got Miami, the Dolphins, if they want to look for upgrades from Tua, so we shall see there. Speaking of Miami, they could be one of the two teams in the hunt for Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson has a desire to go to an AFC East team. He'd prefer to go either to Miami or New York. Don't count out New England. Could Bill Belichick pay the King's ransom to bring Deshaun Watson to Foxborough? If Belichick does that and brings in some top wide receivers, New England could be right back in the mix in 2021. You could see a Tua package in Miami for Deshaun Watson. Watson could get Miami close to being a Super Bowl contender. And New York, I don't know, but you got a good coach in Robert Saleh. So it would work. Robert Saleh would bring the Shanahan-type system, with him bringing Mike LaFleur with him to New York. So this could be a good spot with possibly Darnold going back the other way. Those are the rumors I have heard as of right now. It'll be fun to talk about this after the Super Bowl. But now let's get to the two games of the day. First one is the Packers against the Buccaneers. Tampa Bay got going quick against the Green Bay defense. But in the second half, Tom Brady almost gave this game away. Tom Brady was 20 for 36. He threw for 3 touchdowns, but he also threw for 3 interceptions. But when it counted the most, Brady was Brady. And they get it done. As for Rodgers, he was good, but not good enough, unfortunately. Despite losing Aaron Jones to injury, Rodgers 33 for 48, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Normally that will get you a win, but not today. And the Green Bay defense pretty much almost got them back in the game with the interceptions, but not close enough. But Tampa Bay makes history as the first team to host a Super Bowl. But this game is going to have a lot of questions for Matt LaFleur. His play calling was not the best today. LaFleur's play calling is what could have likely cost Aaron Rodgers a second trip to the Super Bowl. Now what do you do this offseason? This is going to be a very, very long offseason for the Packers, and we'll see if this transitions into a hangover next year. As for Tampa Bay, Tom Brady, not great, not the greatest, but good enough today. Brady going to his 10th Super Bowl. That has not been done. But now Tampa Bay makes history as the first team to host a Super Bowl game. And who will they face? On the other side of the docket of the bracket, the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Buffalo Bills 38-24. And Patrick Mahomes was near perfect today. And Kansas City showed why they are the best in the NFL. They put their foot on the gas pedal and did not give up in this game. They made Josh Allen look mortal, sacked him 4 times today, forced Allen to use his feet. They managed to shut down Devin Singletary, Stephon Diggs. But Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, have yourselves a game. Tyreek Hill, 172 receiving yards. Kelce, 118 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. Kansas City is showing why they are likely to repeat as Super Bowl champions, as they will go to Tampa Bay in a Mahomes-Brady showdown in 2 weeks. As for Buffalo, this will not be the last time we see Mahomes go against Josh Allen. This could be a future rivalry in the making. Now Buffalo goes into an offseason where they will look to beef up the defense a bit. Maybe look for some upgrades in the run game. But the window is wide open for Buffalo. There is no shame in losing to Kansas City. Buffalo's time is coming as a contender. But next year, if Miami gets Watson, watch out. That could be a fun AFC East. Or if New England, or could you imagine, say, Watson going to Miami and say, Stafford to New England. All of a sudden, the AFC East gets a lot more competitive. But now it's on to Super Bowl 55 in 2 weeks. Sadly, it means the NFL season is drawing near an end. I hope everybody has a good week. Stay dry out here in California. Stay awesome.